Hi there, my name is FixFox, and welcome back to Heroes of Might and Magic 3. This is going to be the final scenario in the Birth of the Barbarian campaign for Yogg. Folks, anytime you have the final scenario in any of these campaigns in Heroes of Might and Magic, generally, they are the culmination of wonderful storytelling, and they are going to be an epic fight. This is the swan song. This is the coup de grace. This is the cream of the crop. This is the time where you got to pull together all the skills that you've been learning and practicing and implementing and use them to outwit, overcome, surprise, ambush, bamboozle, and ultimately wipe your opponent off the face of the map in whatever way feels best to you. That is our challenge for today. So this is going to be returning to Bracada, Birth of the Barbarian campaign, small map. We are going to be the blue player against one red player. And let's read a little bit more about it. You must deliver the heavenly helm of enlightenment and the sword of judgment to Beleg and Orc to win this scenario. However, if Yogg is defeated in combat or loses any artifact, the scenario is lost. Yogg is limited to level 25, but will carry his experience, skills, and spells on to the next campaign. We're going to put this on impossible difficulty, and we're going to pick up these 4 rocks. FixFox, why are you not letting the dice roll decide what you do here? Here is the reason why. When I was a young lad, somewhere around 14 years of age, I was stuck on this scenario. I could not beat this scenario for the life of me. And so what I had to do is I had to plumb the very depths of every secret that this map held. And to this day, I know this map like the back of my hand. As much as I like to do blind playthroughs, this is not the map. I know exactly what I want to do on this map. I know exactly how the first 4 days should go. About first 4 days. And I can't just pretend like I don't remember that. And so for that reason, it's not going to matter. I mean, I would just be hurting myself if I chose any of these other 2 options. We're going to take the rocks and we're going to dive right in. So with all that being said though, I'm going to put myself on a timer because I know this map so well. We are going to do this as a speed run. Am I crazy? You tell me. Okay.
The last of Winston Baragus's tests will take me back to Bracada, my forsaken homeland. I am to find a couple named Beleg and Oric and give them the 2 most powerful pieces of the Angelic Alliance, the Sword of Judgment and the Helm of Heavenly Enlightenment. That will be the easy part. Now that I am certain I am ready to give up the ways of magic. The hard part will be fighting my way past Bracada's armies, for they will not be as willing to give me up.
Okay, so we dispatched the messenger immediately to Winston Baragus. We told him that we found Fowler and Turwin. We gave them the Celestial Necklace of Bliss and the Lion Shield of Courage. He told us now take the last 2 artifacts over to Oric and Beleg. You realize that Ain will probably be waiting to capture you when you return to Bracada, so you'll have to be very, very careful. I agree. We get the 60% chance of starting off with the first and second level creatures. There's a 22% chance that you're going to start off with all first, second, and third level creatures. There's a 9% chance you're going to start off with just the first level creatures. As it stands, we should be okay. Let's head on in this direction and let's play a diplomacy game. You don't usually see me play a diplomacy game, but in this instance, the diplomacy game is going to be pretty darn useful. We're going to spread our troops out a little bit. There is about a 35% chance that these Royal Griffins are going to join us with just these troops. Let's see it. That's it. A group of Royal Griffins with the desire for greater glory wish to join you. Do you accept? I absolutely do. That's 18 extra Royal Griffins. We're going to head on up the way. By the way, even if you have orcs in your army, there's no guarantee that you're actually going to get them to join you. The monks want to join or want to run away from us. There's no reason to fight there, but we are going to fight for these Cyclopes here. There should be no losses. No losses whatsoever. We're going to accept that and bring some Cyclopes into the army. We're going to pick up a little bit of gold on the way out. And these orcs. Journal entry 18, we sent scouts into Bracada. Ain is being crazy, and we're saying, look, Ain, we have 1 chance to beat you, and that chance involves us defeating you before you get big and scary. There is a script in place on this map where the enemy will get additional creatures if you don't defeat them in the first 2 weeks. So we're going to defeat them in the first 2 weeks because that just makes the most sense. We're not able to pick up all of our troops. That's okay. These things do happen. Let's come on over here. Gerd is going to go back and clean up wood and ore and things like that. And there's a chance these marksmen are going to join us. Let's see what happens. They do not join us, but we are going to take the Necklace of Swiftness. That's +1 to our speed. For this final fight, before we enter into Bracada, let's just cozy up here. We don't have a lot of ranged troops, but these 18 Royal Griffins is pretty darn big for us. One extra goblin here. And then we're just going to accept these losses. That's totally fine for me. Don't even care. And here's Ain right now. Few of the Naga, lots of the gargoyles. Can we beat her? Yes, we can. Shall we beat her? Yes, we shall. And really, it's those 18 griffins. That's going to be what does it for you. The enemy has fled. Can we fight this fight better? Maybe, maybe not. I don't really care to find out. Whenever we fight her in just a second, she's going to be short a lot of troops. She's going to be short a lot of opportunities against us to win. So we take one castle already. Gerd is going to continue on just because, hey, why not? Picking up wood, picking up whatever else. And there's a couple more heroes that we do need to deal with. Number one, we have Astral, and his speciality of Hypnotize can actually wreck us if we're not careful. We are going to be as careful as we possibly can be. I'm not sure where Ain is. She runs and then they don't actually hire her back. What gives? What gives indeed? Okay. Actually, I probably should have gone back for this ore. I say it's like riding a bike, but here we are. Scouts return. She's got information on Ain. We were scouting her, use magic detection to avoid us. Bracadian cities are looking for war, etc., etc. I think that this is Ain here. That is her. No problems. An extra 1,000 experience. Glyph of the +1 to morale. Equinox is now built up. Did they build up to Altar of Wishes, Golden Pavilion? They did not. That actually makes the scenario a little bit harder to finish off in record time. That's okay. Let's have Gerd go back. Again, one more hero that we're still looking for. And in fact, I think I messed up. I'm betting he's over here. No, we found him. Astral picked up Giants. He gave up his whole army just to get Giants. What a loser. We're going to pick up those Giants next time. Or here. Or here. We're not going to get this Seer's Hut. I know that that's like 20 crystal or something like that. If you can defeat these other guys. Here's Halon the Wizard. 6 dogs go down, and then red player's been vanquished. And pause. Okay. So. Here's the thing. The scenario is won, right? Like we just beat the scenario in 1 week. And does it take a little bit of specific circumstances? Absolutely. Having the diplomacy makes this scenario absolutely worthwhile. Like it makes it worthwhile to have had a dead skill for most of the game, because now on this final scenario, it makes it so much easier. So much easier. And we're going to play out the rest of this scenario because we're going to be diligent about this, but I'm going to try and complete the scenario in the 5 minutes remaining. I don't think I'm going to be able to complete it from here on out. But if you're wondering how you can defeat this scenario, run a Diplo game. That's it. That's it. So with that being said, if this is the time where you say sayonara, I understand. But I did want to be diligent. I didn't want to lie and pretend like I didn't know what I was doing. And just like I high rolled the game, got really, really lucky. I just know what I'm doing. And yeah, maybe one of the only times I can ever really say that I know what I'm doing. With that being said, let's just hit the clock and continue on. So Red's been vanquished. Quest guard, we're going to need the badge of courage. You're going to need to get that from over here and some of these other things. Let's go up. There's a good chance with one giant that these pack of magi are going to want to join us. A very good chance, actually. And there's still a chance that these zealots are going to want to join us. There's no guarantees. We need resources, specifically crystal. We probably need to go get that. But the reason why is because we need some of these other things. Some of these other dwellings. And so we might as well consider trading. No, not yet. I'll consider trading later. We're not going to need to get into gems and stuff. We just pretty much need Naga. If we can get to Naga, we're going to be okay. Magi do want to run. We'll take the plus and the gold, though. That'll be fine for us. And then I will hire one more hero here. Yeah, I'm going to hire one more hero here just so they can help me get out onto the map a little bit quicker. For example, right here. They can't go pick up these Naga for me, but this hero can at least go down the way. Treasure here, stuff like that. I don't think that these troops are going to be very useful in the long term, but for the short term, they're going to help us maybe clear out maybe these giants here. We'll see. Easy peasy, 2,000 gold there. Plus on the ore. And then extras here. Looking for crystal. There is one of each mine on this map, by the way. There's one of each type of mine, so you don't have to get just super lucky all the time. You can just do the very best you can. This is actually enough crystal to get the golden pavilion in both places, so long as I trade for the one gem necessary here. That'll do it. And then I'm probably going to spend my wood and ore trying to get my citadel, and I'll probably try and defeat this map in the next little bit. For a second, I thought I had an idea on how quickly I wanted to do this, and then I thought to myself, no, I really don't know exactly how quickly I want to do this. We're gonna play this a little bit more by ear. Usually I have way more troops, actually, surprisingly. It's actually pretty rare that I took as many losses as I did. Sometimes I can just end the scenario much quicker than you would think. I'm going to accept these free troops, and they are free. Goblins aren't going to really help us. We're going to leave them out in the cold. The Cyclops are really not going to help us. Let's do that. And then with those 20 steel golems, we can actually defeat this enemy pretty well, I think. Several giants. Let's go back up. Once we get the Naga into our armies, we're going to be A-okay. Tarek's going to go here. By Yogg. Or I should say, rather, past Yogg. And then all these troops are going to converge on this point. Not going to need to upgrade anybody. Just going. Here and here. Naga are going to be better than the goblins. Magi are better than the rocks. Wolves are still going to be better than some of these other troops. And I need to get the stone golems and the obsidian gargoyles up a level. Whoa, buddy, what are you doing? You had one job. Okay, there we go. And then everybody else is going to go in. Does this look right? Looks pretty close anyway. Okay. And then Yogg's not going to have an easy time with this, but he'll win. 1, 1, and 5. Never mind, he's going to have a really easy time. We're going to go into the subterranean gate. There's a white border guard here. We'll deal with that in a second. Titans here. No problem. 8 Titans go down. Quest guard. Yogg is here, finally. We picked up the purple border guard. We now have to go and kill a whole ton of these ancient behemoths. Let's actually head on up here. And we're going to do something of a hero chain as we pick up the upgraded parapet. Probably steel golems. It's day 7. We'll see. We'll upgrade these equally. We got plenty of gold. Velasquez is going to be ready to go. Velasca? Whatever her name is. We're going to be ready to go in just a second here. Probably to here. Okay. Before Yogg gets too much further, upgraded workshop. We're going to purchase out all these troops. Send them up, send them over. Right here. And here. Here. And on he goes. On, chauffeur! As if someone is driving me to victory. Someone's driving me to victory. Okay. Goblins are out. Rocks are out. Can't believe I can't get the upgraded golem factory. What am I missing here? Mercury? We don't really have enough resources to trade super well. Okay. Alright, fine. There you go. And our steel golem count just got way bigger. We're gonna ignore turning the gremlins into master gremlins. They're not really part of the final army. And then off Yogg goes. What's my time at? Oh no, I've run out of time. No, I didn't do it in time. I'm so sorry. Yogg wants to run. Interesting. Let's fight this fight. Apply the battle result? No. Okay. So, let's do it the same, but better. The giants aren't really super useful. It's really going to be down to these other creatures here and here and here. And here. Okay. And the thing is you saw that all of those behemoths are going to get to go first no matter what. Probably should have tried to keep the Naga back. Oh well. We are going to have the Obsidian Gargoyles go forward immediately. Right here. Might as well kill one behemoth where we can. Two behemoths where we can, because we are just that freaking tough. Yes, we are. Keeping the Magi alive is going to be useful for us. We can do at least one behemoth's worth of damage there. We shall. One more Griffin goes down. I'm surprised that they didn't go for the Naga. Okay, 6 stone golems. 9 down to 8 on the Naga. 8 down to 6. 3 down to 2. Killing their biggest stack where we can. And then I just want to defend with the stone golems. Obsidian gargoyles are going to go back. Stay out of danger as much as possible. We can still get attacked. We shall. Really, it's going to come down to these Magi, I think. They're going to go not down, but they're going to take some damage. No melee penalty. That's going to be good. Let's attack these two here then. And we're actually going to step over here and try and kill 2. It doesn't matter where we go. This is the final fight, so we just have to win. That's all we got to do is just win. Do damage here. Can't waste any damage. You got to do damage somewhere. Let's try and kill one behemoth here. Do we get one behemoth? We do. Excellent. Okay. Yeah, this might be a little too much. Damn. Okay. Well, once again, we're going to kill where we can. Can't waste damage. Obsidian gargoyles are probably going to finish this guy off for 100 damage. Ah, never mind. It'll be the mages that finish him off. And then let's kill where we can. 114 hit points left. There goes one more ancient behemoth. Down to 3 magi. Gonna be close, but these iron golems are gonna be what does it for us, and this is gonna be a win. I think. I truly do believe it's gonna be a win. Just gotta focus our attention on one guy at a time. Okay, and then we're gonna wait. 245 hit points, 235, 24 left. We're gonna wait. We're gonna have the mages attack. We're gonna lose retaliation there. And we're just going to kind of divide and conquer on this biggest stack while we can. So 3 down to 2. Dead. 18. Can 18 iron golems kill 2 ancient behemoths? The answer is totally yes. You know why? Because my name is Yogg. I'm a barbarian. I am not some kind of puny wizard. I am a barbarian, and I will eat your heart out. And you will find that I will drink deeply. That was dark. But we're gonna roll with it. Okay, so anyway, a little bit tougher than we would have anticipated, but hey, do you really want to wait an extra week just to do that? I say no. We rein in our horse, we go through white, we go through purple, we hand off the helm of heavenly enlightenment, we pick up the badge of courage, give it here. Want a dog? Just kidding. Will you give me the badge of courage? What? Give it here and you can pass. Want a dog? Just kidding. Will you give badge of courage to me? What the litter? What? Huh? And then finally, Auric, we give over this pendant, and then we take proof to Winston Baraga, so we've completed our quest. That is the Pendant of Courage. Bada bing, bada boom. Done. Congratulations, you have found the Pendant of Courage and can claim victory. So, that's it, folks. That's all it ever is. How would this scenario go if you don't get troops to join you? Like, if you don't have diplomacy, what would you do different? You still absolutely must defeat the enemy before week 2. Maybe I mentioned, maybe I didn't, but there is a script where the castles that Ain has will get additional troops at the start of week 2. And so if you don't defeat Ain, or if you at least don't take those castles by the beginning of week 2, you are probably going to lose the scenario. Or the scenario is going to have to go into like 4-month territory. And that's the time where the ever-flowing crystal cape could come in handy, because then you can build up your army with behemoths and with cyclopes and things like that, and you will eventually win if you do that long strategy. Except you're going to get overwhelmed by the magic of these enemies as they also build up their forces, because it's going to be 2 castles to 1. So I highly advise against doing that. I will always advise you do a blitzkrieg. If you roll the Cyclopes, if you take the Cyclopes instead of the rocks, I think you would just prefer 4 rocks. I think you always would. There's enough ranged troops and enough range damage. The damage works out best, I think, with the rocks, so I would always take the rocks. And there's a lot more we could have done to kind of speed through the scenario. We probably could have focused on giants a little bit more. It worked out. I'm boring you with this, but it's not boring. Heroes of Might and Magic is fun. And give me just 1 second to say that I am very, very well aware that you may not have put this time and energy into this one scenario like I have. And so this may appear like, wow, mind-blowing, amazing to you. Remember, I spent probably a week on this one scenario once upon a time. And so I wouldn't call this impressive so much, but it does show what you can do if you take the time to really develop a winning strategy for any Heroes of Might and Magic scenario. And extra bonus points if you can do it blind playthrough and create that strategy that will win for you on the fly. That's the way I feel about it. So with that being said, folks, my name is FixFox, and we're going to just see the end cinematic here.
I have passed all the Duke's tests, proving I have given up magic forever, and he has accepted me into his barbarian horde.
Yeah!
My mother would no doubt be disappointed in me, but now my new Krulod family welcomes me with raised tankards and promises of many adventures to come.
This guy's ugly, by the way. Only blue guy. I assume that the green guy is, what's his name? The Duke, which is pretty nifty. Yep, pretty nifty. So that was 240 days total for this campaign, base score of 1940 on impossible difficulty. That's going to give us the rank of an Archdevil, which is, I think, just below the Archangel. So we didn't do, I think that it's 2,000 points to breach that final point. So with that being said, we are on to a new campaign next time. And it's going to be either hack and slash for the Crag Hack campaign, or it's going to be the Elixir of Life. I will tell you right now that it's going to be the Elixir of Life because we just played a Barbarian campaign. Hack and slash is more barbarians. We're going to play the Elixir of Life, and it's a really, really fun one. Until that time, folks, look after you, look after your friends, look after your family, and take very, very good care. If you enjoyed this playthrough for all of its weirdness, let me know. If you thought it was terrible because I sped right through it, let me know. I appreciate all the feedback I get, and I'm never going to turn you down for any feedback that you take the time to give me. I appreciate all the time you take to watch me play. Get out of here. I'll see you in the next one. FixFox, out.